World of Warcraft isn't just a game, it's where we grew up, a second home. It's where a lot of us made our first online friends. And for years and years on end, the face of this world has been Asmongold. I remember watching him in Legion when I was 14 years old, trying to get the Mage Tower done. Or the countless amounts of transport competitions where he probably gave some middle-aged dad new insecurities about his in-game wardrobe and fashion sense. Or when he played Classic in 2019 and fell asleep after he got thrown into the queue for the 50th time in a row. He also was the guy brave enough to clown on Blizzard. But in late 2022, all the way into 2024, something changed. The streams got fewer and the enthusiasm faded.
It's not like I don't feel like I don't feel like WoW betrayed me. I don't feel like anything. I just don't want to do another raid tier again. Like it's not fun for me to do, and I just don't want to do it.
But ever since he left the scene, it has been awfully quiet since. There are definitely some newcomers rising to the top right now, doing amazing content, but there hasn't been anyone who was able to fill that void of content that he was creating. And whether you like him or not, anyone who has at least one half of a brain cell can admit that the content he created was awesome and fun to watch.
Here's the difference. I'm talking about streaming on Twitch, and I'm a world first raider in that, and you're in LFR. That's why I've streamed WoW better than anybody had. That's why I get way more viewers than anybody else. It's because the other people that stream the game are fucking boring. That's why even whenever they go to play other games, everybody leaves because nobody wants to watch them.
If everything was going so well for him, why did Asmongold quit WoW? And why is he saying that he may never come back? In this video, we're diving into why he walked away, what pushed him out, why he thinks WoW is broken, and whether or not there's any chance he ever comes back. Let's get into it. On July 1st of 2023, he said this after spending some time doing basically nothing in the game.
With WoW, like, I've kind of just been taking a break, honestly. And it's not like I hate WoW. Like, I don't want anybody thinking I hate WoW. Like, I don't hate WoW. It's just that I just haven't really felt like playing the game. Like, it's just not, it's like not really a reason to do it.
He's not angry. He's not rage quitting. He just looks like he's done. For someone who's spent thousands of hours in Azeroth, every expansion starts to feel the same. You level up, grind your item level to the top, a new patch comes out and you do it all over again. Asmongold explained that the new content doesn't excite him anymore because he feels like he's done it before. The nostalgia has worn off, and when the excitement for a game you played for so many years fades, nothing's left to keep you here. But this isn't his only issue with the game. Asmongold has been outspoken about Blizzard's design choices for years. From endless grind systems, to time-gated rewards, to expansions that feel like reskins with even more bloat, and to new store mounts being added to the game every few months.
Blizzard was waiting on me to like get banned or like stop streaming or something so they could release that $90 mount. Like they're sitting there waiting. They're like, all right, he's gone. Get it. Put it out now. Look at this. Blizzard is now selling a $90 Warcraft mount. How did this happen?
His main gripe with the game for a very long time was that it felt like a chore. He stated that Blizzard makes you do a bunch of shit you don't want to do just to do the thing you do want to do. They make you do 30 hours of boring shit to do the 5 hours of fun. And that for many players is exhausting and simply not a fun concept. And even though Blizzard got better with removing the forced gameplay, it still has its moments. I, for example, simply don't enjoy raiding, but I love Mythic Plus. I don't like the fact that one person can mess up and ruin the whole run for 29 other players, but I have to do it if I want to get my tier set in the first weeks of a patch, where the game is objectively the most fun to play. If you want to solely play Mythic Plus, you shouldn't be forced to raid, just to get your tier items in a reasonable amount of time. What about Classic WoW though? That was Asmongold's home turf, right? Although true, even there, he's uninterested. When Burning Crusade came out back in 2021, he played a bit but quit quickly after, and fans begged him to return, and all he did was respond with this.
Let me tell you guys why I'm not playing TBC Classic. It's because I did back in 2008, and it was fucking glorious. It was amazing. It was glorious. It was the best thing that I ever had. And I think back and it's like, oh, do I want to play TBC again? It's like, there's a part of me that wants to raid again. But like, you know why I don't really care as much? It's because like, I feel like there's not like a permanence to it. it's like just this, it's like the reason why I never played on private servers in a way. Because like you plan a server and then the patch comes out and it's gone. It's gone. It's gone so fast. Like you've got to remember, like TBC came out less than a year ago, and we're gonna get Sunwell. Like it's an entire year and we've already got Sunwell out. We're gonna have Wrath of the Lich King soon, and then that's gonna happen too.
And that's it. If Blizzard re-releases the same game over and over and over again with no real innovation or change, it gets old very fast, even for the biggest fans. I personally loved the first iteration of Classic back in 2019 and played up until Wrath of the Lich King. And that's because I never experienced vanilla and didn't understand what's going on when I played TBC back then, because I was 7 years old and basically dumb as fuck, so it was very fresh and a new experience for me. But watching them re-release the same game again with the anniversary servers just doesn't spark any interest whatsoever. Why would I do all of that again? At this point, I feel like they are trying to make as much out of the Classic players as possible until they wake up and realize that they are in an endless loop of re-releases. And the more iterations of Classic we get, the more I agree with J. Allen Brack.
You think you do, but you don't.
But back to Asmongold. WoW was never a casual hobby for him. It was a part of his identity and his career. And seeing a player like him lose interest and get overwhelmed by the game is surprising but understandable.
I mean, I want him to come up with a new season of Mastery. I want him to come up with a new season of Mastery. I feel like there's just too many, like there's just so many of these mounts, like what the fuck, these things. Like if I went and I farmed all these out, it probably wouldn't be that hard to do. It's just that it's bloated. Yeah, it's just very bloated. And like you go and you do like a raid and there's like so many things you have to know. They're so hard, they're not fun. I mean, there it is. It's too complicated, man. Like the game is, and I don't know if this is a boomer take or not, but I think the game is way too complicated, way too fast, way too over designed, and it's just not super enjoyable to play.
So what is he doing now instead? I lost track of him once he stopped putting out WoW content, so I had to do some research. Besides being involved in some random hate threads and drama on X every now and then, he primarily focuses on reacting to videos. Mainly political stuff, which I'm not that into, but it works for him. And he looks like he's having way more fun than just running Mogushan Palace over and over again for a purple sword. But will he ever come back again? Maybe. He's left the door open and said he would return if an expansion actually excited him, but the way he describes his needs and wants from the game and the actual way the game is going, I'm doubting he will ever come back to retail.
This isn't really why I stopped playing retail WoW, but I'll say that it's one of the reasons, like in general, it's one of the problems that I've had with the game is that, like, I want a game that is a masculine, aggressive game. It doesn't cover any of these social issues, and if it does, it's in like a mature way. I want a game with big, sweaty men killing each other and dying for honor, tradition, glory, and their oath to their country and to their faction and to their allegiance to their king.
But he did recently state that he may come back for Classic Plus if done right.
I don't really play the game anymore because I don't really feel like there's anything for me to do in the game that's fulfilling. Now, I might change my mind in the future and feel differently about it, but right now, I don't really see any form of motivation for me to play WoW. I just don't want to do it. Would you play Classic Plus? Probably, yeah. I'm just trying to do what I feel like doing, and that's it.
So yeah, he will probably never come back. So while it might be sad to see him step away from being the face of WoW, maybe it was time. As someone once said,
"No king rules forever, my son."
But what do you think? Is there ever a world where we might see Asmongold bring back a transfer competition, or is he gone for good? I'm excited on your guys' opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking this video and subscribe to my channel for more WoW related content, and I will see you guys on the next one.